Welcome to Serious Sports, and the Blue Jays sweep a series against the Rays and become the AL East division champions. All right, in Game 1, Nathan Lucas hit a two-run home run. Shane Bieber pitched 5 innings, and the Toronto Blue Jays stay atop the AL East, beating the Tampa Bay Rays 4-2 on Friday night. Toronto came into a final series of the season tied with the Yankees for the best record in the AL. The Toronto Blue Jays hold the tiebreaker over New York. Lucas went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, and George Springer reached base 3 times and scored twice as Toronto improved 52 and 27 at home. Junior Caminero hit his 45th home run, and Jonathan Aranda returned from the injured list with a solo homer, but that was all for the Rays. Bieber allowed two runs and 5 hits. Left-hander left-hander Mason Fluharty relieved Bieber and struck out four of the six batters he faced over 2 perfect innings. Tommy Nance got 2 outs in the eighth, but left after Caminero's single. Brandon Little walked Aranda, but ended the inning retiring pinch hitter Christopher Morel. Jeff Hoffman pitched around a pair of walks in the ninth, but retired Yandy Diaz to strand runners at second and third and earned his 33rd save in 40 chances. Springer led off the game with a double against Ray's right-hander Adrian Hauser and scored when Lucas followed with an RBI single. Caminero and Aranda hit back-to-back homers off Bieber in the second. Toronto tied in the bottom of the second when Dalton Varsho doubled and Ernie Clements scored on a single bloop. Hauser allowed 4 runs, 7 hits, and 6 innings. In Game 2, Trey Savage struck out in 5 shutout innings for his first major league win. Alejandro Kirk homered, and the Toronto Blue Jays stayed atop of the AL East, heading into a final game of the season by beating Tampa Bay Rays 5-1 on Saturday. Toronto can clinch the division title and the best record in the AL by matching or beating the New York Yankees' outcome against the Orioles in Sunday's regular season finale. The Blue Jays came into Saturday tied with the Yankees in the East. Toronto holds the tiebreaker after winning 8 of 13 meetings. New York's 6-1 win over Baltimore meant the Blue Jays couldn't clinch the AL East with a win. The Yankees have won 7 straight and 10 of 11. Ernie Clement had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and scored twice as the Blue Jays improved to an AL best 53 and 27 at home. Toronto is 70-4 when it scores 5 or more. Trey Savage allowed 5 hits, 4 singles, and walked 2. He threw 94 pitches, the most of his brief professional career. Savage threw 89 pitches in his final appearance at Double-A on August 8th. Rays right-hander Joe Boyle allowed 4 runs and 5 hits in 5 innings, his fourth straight losing decision. Clement hit a 2-out, 2-run double in the second inning, and Andres Jimenez followed with a RBI single. Kirk homered into the second deck to begin the seventh, his 13th connecting Garrett Clevenger's first pitch. Jonathan Aranda homered for the second straight game for Tampa Bay. Aranda, who was activated off the injured list Friday, homered off Yariel Rodriguez to open the sixth, his 14th. In Game 3, in the first inning, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. singles to right center field and David Schneider to second, and George Springer scores. Alejandro Kirk homers to left field, Dalton Varsho scores, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. scores, and David Schneider scores. And that would be a grand slam and Alejandro Kirk's first career grand slam. Bottom of the fourth, Andres Jimenez out on a sacrifice fly to deep right center field to Josh Lowe. Ernie Clement scores 2 out. Bottom of the fifth, Anthony Santander gets walks. Alejandro Kirk homers to center field and Santander scores. At the bottom of the seventh, Addison Barger homers to center field and Dalton Varsho scores. Miles Strauss triples to deep right center field. Ernie Clement scores. George Springer homers to center field. Miles Strauss scores. At the bottom of the ninth, Jonathan Aranda grounds out to first base. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to Eric Lauer. And that means the Blue Jays are the AL East division champions. All right, next up, the Blue Jays are going to face against the Yankees this Saturday. That series is going to be crazy. All right, I'm Jalen, and this has been Serious Sports.